What's up, guys? It's Unkindsand here, and today I'm going to be trying something a little bit different. I'm going to be trying a Creatives Basics series on the channel, and today's topic is going to be about nature, terraforming, and everything of the sort. If you'd like to support the channel and help out, I recently got a supported creator code unkindsand in the Fortnite item shop. You can also buy the battle pass with it if you want, and I'd really appreciate it, so thank you. You already know, though, before we get started, we got to put on our boy Wilbur, though. Okay, now that we're here, we're going to go ahead and take a look at the nature gallery and see what we're working with here. So inside the nature gallery, you're going to find many things like bamboo, these old chapter 1 nature galleries, some alien stuff. You'll find some 0-point crystals, ice, all kinds of stuff. But what you mainly want to focus on is probably something like the chapter 2 variant foliage gallery right here. This is going to have all your stuff from chapter 2, so like the really good looking trees basically. There's some other good stuff here, like we have the variant rock gallery from chapter 2, and then we also have chapter 3's tall grass here. So for today's video example, I'm going to be using the modular mountain gallery. And there's all kinds of variations of this, but keep in mind, some of them do not appear in the nature gallery. Now that we have all our pieces, we're going to simply grab one of these. Let's see which one of these is best. I'm going to go with this one. We're going to come over here and start setting up our scene. So the key with making nature stuff in creative and terraforming is you can't let everything be uniform. You can't let everything be perfect. That's not how it works. If everything's perfect, then it just looks wrong. So the main things you can do here is use your resize and your rotation to your advantage, and it lets you make some very natural looking things. So we're just gonna turn this, resize this, and we can go ahead and put something like, I don't know, do something like that. And as you can see, it's already starting to look like something else. Maybe even do something like, I don't know, this. Maybe bring that in a little bit. Could do that. As you can see, you can experiment a lot with this. And basically, the sky's the limit, pretty much, when it comes to this stuff. Resize this. You don't even have to use these other pieces if you don't want to. I am going ahead and use one or two just to get some variety going here, but you do not have to use these at all. You can use just one. That's how expansive these pieces are. We're going to move this about right here. We're going to make a whole surrounding circle. So, I don't know. Let's make this even bigger, actually. Then we'll try doing that. See, and now a lot of this is going to be about perspective. So for this example, it's not actually gameplay. It's just going to be as an art piece, basically. And things will definitely vary if you're actually making a game mode. For example, you don't want to have something just sticking out of nowhere. Another neat little trick I like to do is once you have a bunch of pieces put together like this, you can actually select them like this, and then you can just use them as one uniform piece, kind of like this. And then let's just do something like this maybe. And as you can see, we're already starting to get something kind of interesting going here. Here's a fun little fact. If you actually make these pieces smaller, detail will be very, very, very noticeable. However, if you scale it up, you'll notice that the detail is a lot less present, but if you move these very far away, then they make for very nice backgrounds. So you know what, we're actually going to keep these here. We're going to keep these big mountains back here in the back as a nice little backdrop of sorts. So as long as your angles allow for it, depending on what you're doing, then you can get very crazy with this stuff. Like, it really doesn't matter. if we come back here and then come down here, you can see that it's a lot more nice looking. Now that we have our base made, I'm going to come over here, and I'm going to just go ahead and, let's just take this tree. I preferably like this tree more than the thinner tree. It just feels like it's a lot fuller. But you can use whatever you want. We're just going to take this tree, and we're going to put it like right here. Yeah, that's good. And then same thing applies. Resizing and rotation are really your biggest friends here. Put one on the path right there. Oh, that looks nice. That looks really nice from right here, actually. So not everything's going to be perfect, you know, the first time, but you can eventually get the hang of it. You'll figure it out. Now we're going to come back over here, grab the bush. I've had a lot of experience with bushes. They're pretty useful for covering up stuff you don't want people to see while also keeping it natural. You can also do some interesting things with bushes. For example, if you really wanted to, you could, let's say, put some bushes on these mountains. It would look like some, I don't know, grassy foliage type stuff. A lot of this depends on your angles. See, like, that doesn't look too bad. That looks alright. Maybe we'll just, put some more right there. Now we can come down here and start putting some bushes in this area. So maybe we'll put one like in between these rocks right here. It also really helps if you combine bushes, because just having one bush looks a little strange sometimes. And then especially with the angles, you can kind of tilt them down and do all kinds of stuff. Now we're going to come over and get some rocks. Let's see what we got here. I really want to take this rock. Let's go with this one. So, we're just going to change this again. We're just going to, throw that down like right about, maybe get this in between this little nick in the tree. There we go, something like that. Then we can come over here and get more rocks. We can get this one. I preferably like the mossy rocks better, but it's really personal preference. It doesn't matter. Put that right there. Can make a really big one right here. Let's go ahead and just like that. Come back over here. Really like this rock. Gonna try to angle this good. And put that right there. Yeah, kind of like that. As you can see with the rocks, a lot of the times they kind of don't fit in the ground if you resize them. They're kind of like this weird hovering state, which I don't really like. So what we're going to do is we're going to come in, take the bush, and then we're just going to put it over these little things where it's kind of hovering looking, and we're just going to basically clean that right up. So our scene's looking a lot more lively here. And we're just going to go ahead and add some details in. I particularly like this gallery I was eyeing. We're just going to come down here. We're just going to add some just random things to try and make it look a bit nicer. Maybe we'll just make this a little bit bigger. Yeah, that looks nice. Then we can do some other things like these little lanterns. Maybe if you wanted, you could just kind of make them a little bigger. Then we'll kind of just stick them on top of these trees. Now these lanterns are actually very interesting because they actually blow in the wind, which is not something a lot of props do normally. Maybe add this little stone monument. So now after adding all the details, now we finally have a nice little set piece going on here. And you can add, subtract, whatever you want, doesn't matter. But my main takeaway is just experiment and just have fun. Because there's all kinds of things you can do with these pieces. Like, you can do some crazy stuff. Anyway though, I want to thank you guys so much for watching from me this far in the video. I want to try some more stuff like this. I'm going to try a lot more experimental stuff. So let me know if you guys like it, if you like this Creatives Basics tutorials. Tell me if you guys enjoy this stuff and I'll make more. If you guys really enjoy this tutorial, I'd really appreciate it if you use my supported creator code unkindsand in the Fortnite shop, whether you're buying an item, buying the battle pass, anything. I'd greatly appreciate it, and it would let me make more videos. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.